Hey guys, Mighty Gazelle here with a brand new series, and forever here on out throughout my channel, I'm excited to bring to you guys manga review, specifically chapter reviews for the manga of My Hero Academia. Like I've been saying for a long time now, I am an avid reader of My Hero Academia. I read every chapter when they come out every week, and it's something I just love to do. I love to eagerly await the next chapter and read it, and but for a long time, I've wanted to discuss these chapters on my channel, things that are currently happening in the My Hero Academia series in terms of like the newest thing. And while I've been mainly covering anime, I wanted to dive into the stuff that we see every week in the manga. So this is the first episode of hopefully many more where I sit down and read for the first time the brand new chapter and give you guys my thoughts afterward. So obviously this is, if you don't read the manga, if you're not up to date, this is not the series for you. So you have been warned. This is entirely spoiler-filled things, at least in terms of like this is brand new stuff. So read the chapter for yourself first. I'll have a link in the description to where I read it. This is not technically an official translation, but it's really close. And Viz Media usually puts an official one up a few days after this unofficial one. So but usually this gets really close, really close to the official one, and they always update it later on when the official one comes out. So let's begin this series by talking about, or let's read chapter 257 of Boku no Hero Academia. This released just yesterday, I believe. I will not be sharing any images because in the past I've learned that's no bueno. You can't do that. So yeah. I'm not going to be reading literally every piece of line of dialogue in this, but I'm just going to kind of give my thoughts as I read through it and talk about it at the end. So let's go. Oh, by the way, currently what's happening in the My Hero Academia, the newest part of this series is Deku is about to learn about the predecessors of All for One, or One for All, and All Might has been researching all this stuff about everything he can find about the previous holders, and now it appears he is about to share that information with Deku. So let's see what this is all about. And if this is like awkward silence of me like reading it, that's just because I'm reading it. I'll chime in when something interesting happens, and then I'll give my thoughts at the end. So this is all live reaction. Couldn't find any clues about the second or third users. Interesting. Including the time period and properties of One for All. You couldn't find them in any records. I like how Bakugo's sitting in on this, like, because he's like in the loop now, so it's valuable to have him kind of give his thoughts, which is really cool. Black Whip doesn't last for more than a second. Yeah, strong. It's a strong quirk for support abilities. That's right. The fifth successor's name is Lariat. Interesting. Bakugo says that. Are they reading it from? Okay, he's reading it from the book. All right. Real name Banjio Daigoro, and he had the black whips. Binding, maneuvering midair with energy. he's calling the quirks he has lame. To you, any quirk would be amazing. That's right, to Deku, any quirk would be amazing. Oh, cool. Okay, so they're gonna talk about things that happened during the dark period of Japan where All for One was like in power. That's cool. Time when stomped out those who were strong. Okay, so people that opposed All for One, he would hunt them down, take them out. Oh. Okay. So the wow. Okay. So, the people who have held One for All, it says in quotations, they weren't chosen ones. They were ones that were simply used to pass it along, to keep the hope alive, because their imagery here, it looks like all these people appear to have died pretty gruesomely in a sad way. They're simply the ones entrusted by those who have already been entrusted. Okay. Yeah, even Deku's saying right here they all died young. Wow, that's really sad. So basically, it seems like All for One was hunting down anyone who was holding the quirk, and even if like, and they would like resist as long as they could, but then they would have to pass it on if they were about to die. That's crazy. Float. That was my master's quirk. Nana Shimura, her quirk was float. Does that just like fly? By the way, this is a great drawing of Nana Shimura. She is an absolute beauty. She is awesome. Like, there's beautiful women, and then there's Nana Shimura. Holy crap, that's a really good drawing. And you get young Gran Torino looking taller than 4 feet for once. I bet he was a handsome guy too. He's ripped. They're both ripped. Okay, wow. Nana's beautiful. Bakugo saying, I can already float my explosions. The banter between Bakugo and Deku. All Might's happy. That's good. That's funny. Oh, back to the students. Okay. Oh, they cooked like a dinner for him. Oh, everyone's just like having a good time eating food. Alright then, let the internship reception and combined new school year hot pot party begin. New school year. Okay, so are they officially done with their first year at UA? It feels like so much has happened, yet not a lot of time has passed, if that's the case. Everyone just gathered around the table eating. That's great. I love Class 1A. It's just like my favorite part of the entire series is them. We'll even have juniors. Would they be a junior? I don't know how Japanese high school works, and I think there's 3 years. But would you be a junior in your second year? I guess you would be. But does it skip sophomore then, or I don't know. For anyone who's more knowledgeable about that, feel free to let me know. Look at the. If anyone is reading this along with me with the link in the description, Minetta's eyes it looks like deranged, like Smeagol mode right now, like Golem. Oh, and then everyone's just happy to be eating around together. Look, Tokoyami. Each day had been tumultuous, but sometimes I would realize that right now I'm here. I didn't even think about All Might watching me. I never thought the day would come where I could speak so naturally with Kachan. Very fortunate. Cool. He's just happy to be where he is. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Oh, All Might just sitting alone on a bench outside. This is good because I've been wanting some like All Might stuff from his perspective. We haven't really gotten that in a long time. Aizawa checking on him. We'll begin training this upcoming week. Okay, so Aizawa's going to start training with Eri. I have a theory. That Eri is going to be the one to not only help Mirio get his quirk back, but I think she can also reverse the damage that happened to All Might. Like, come on. That's got to be a thing that's probably going to happen. All Might says he'll help. That'd be fun. That'd be kind of cool. All Might helping teach Eri and stuff. Oh, All Might seems to have something on his mind. I've decided to live. Yes. Okay. Yes. Whenever the students grow more, I feel this stifting pressure that I can't do anything for them. I don't think being a workaholic is better, though. You've been holding this country up for decades. Now that you've dropped it, it's left an addiction. You're alive and you're here. There are a lot of people who gain strength just because you're alive. Yeah, hell yeah, that's true. Tsukauchi asked me to pass along a message that you postpone your visit to see Stain. Dude, okay. Dude, okay, I'm glad Stain's finally getting mentioned again. It's been forever. Stain's awesome. I mean, he's not awesome for killing heroes or anything, but he's just like a really cool character. Spring. Oh, there's like cherry blossoms blooming. That's a good sign, right? That means like new life. Or new chapter. Spring. Oh my, isn't this strange? Hello, doctor. Oh, good morning. Oh, it's the doctor. I guess he's in the hospital? They're saying it's strange, so does that mean he's like not usually there? Late March. On this day, the heroes vanished from the streets. What in the world happened since then? What? The heroes vanished from the streets. Okay. I wonder how accurate this translation is. Interesting. Okay. So things are clearly like, for a while now, there's been this kind of feeling that something big is going to happen. Obviously, we know like Shigaraki is going through that like transformation stuff, the experimentation. And about All Might saying he wants to live, I made a video a few weeks back, maybe like a month or so ago, talking about will All Might die, and ultimately I said that either one is possible, but I kind of think that he'll end up living, and the reason is they made a big deal about twisting fate, about changing the future, and like I don't think they'd bring that up if he would just ultimately die anyway. But also, and even right here, he's saying I choose to live because he had given up before, but then like Midoriya had brought new purpose to his life, and he's saying here like he's choosing to live. So while I really am fearful, we're probably to get some scares, I'd imagine, in the future about All Might, because they're definitely foreshadowing some things like that, like something scary is going to happen with All Might. I think ultimately he'll live, and I really kind of hope he will. Like, I'd be really sad if he died, and I know a lot of other people would too. So, and also, by the way, that was the last part of the chapter, by the way. The postpone the visit to see Stain, that's really interesting, because we haven't seen Stain in a long time. Like, we've seen rare glances of him locked up in Tartarus prison, like a few cells down from All for One, but remember the one guy that Stain looked up to and he thought was like a true hero? The only one he viewed as a true hero was All Might. So it'd be really interesting to see All Might talk to him. Like, this guy who's a fanatic about his ideals, but even he respects All Might. Like, I would love to see that conversation. And I'm really curious as to why All Might wants to talk to him. I'm very curious about that, actually. Maybe trying to like recruit him for good. I don't know. Man, what a chapter. We got a lot. We got some All Might stuff. A little Stain nugget. That was good. This ending on on this day the heroes vanish from the streets. What the heck could that be about? And then the stuff about the predecessors. We learned that Nana Shimura's quirk is float. So I guess that's like not like just like flying around, like you can float in the air. I don't know, like maybe we'll learn about that, but that's cool though. By the way, that image of Nana, she looks just beautiful in that picture. I don't know. But yeah, the tragic story of all the users, they weren't like chosen ones. It was just like, we gotta keep this thing alive, we gotta keep it going. And that's why it's interesting, like, Bakugo is making fun of these guys' quirks, saying they're a bunch of nobodies. He even says it like there's a bunch of nobodies. And that's because they weren't like picking people with strong quirks. They were just picking good people who could like keep it going, like keep this hope alive. And that's really interesting. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my first manga chapter review. That was 257. That was a really good chapter. A lot of good stuff in there. And yeah, leave your own thoughts down below. Feel free to talk about whatever, because for once I'm making videos about the current status of My Hero Academia, the new stuff, not the anime, which is based on stuff we've had for a long time in the manga. So, should be fun. I'll be in the comments talking to you guys. And yeah, hope you guys like this video. If you did like this video, let me know with that like button or whatever you choose to do, comments. I like to get feedback in any way that I can. So, until next time, this has been Bunny Gazelle, hoping you all have a mighty day. See you guys.